Did Morena and Tony not have a honeymoon? Maybe not. Well, we did. But the reason why they didn't air it is because I wouldn't do what they wanted. And they kept saying, you are ruining filming. Oh well, you've chosen the wrong person. So send me home. I'm happy to go home. Well, I've been single 8 years. I found myself. And finding myself, I'm happy every day. I love what I do. I love life. I love people. I'm not angry, not depressed. And I promised that I would never become that person again. And then I go on Married at First Sight. And I was that person again within seconds. Seconds. The wedding day was one of the best days of my life. The whole process was amazing. There was no interference from producers. Walking down on rose petals. And I remember getting out of the car and I looked at my kids, I'm getting goosebumps now. And then when he saw me and I saw him, it was like, wow. One of the most amazing feelings ever. He was so excited because he thought I was 40. He's got this thing with numbers. When he found out I was 57, he turned green. Which was when we got in the cars, going back to the suites. I thought, okay, that's my bombshell. So, did I actually think that I had a chance of finding love? You damn right I did. You know, because it's worked for some people. So I was so positive, well, why not me? I had 3 non-negotiables. And my non-negotiables were, I don't want a smoker. I do not want anyone that's had an affair. And I don't date married men. Holy shit, I got all 3. But the second day, it was the day after the wedding. We're all mic'd up. Camera. And he says, Morena, I have to tell you something. And they told me I have to tell you now. And I just looked at him. I said, look, whatever you've done, it's a past. It's okay. I didn't expect for him to say, I'm married. And he did. Morena, I'm married. I just looked at him and I went, you mean you're separated? Because you could be married. And you could be married, not living together. Divorces can take, my divorce took 3 years. You know, to be told that I was matched with someone who's unavailable, yeah, I was angry. And what makes me angry is why did I get that angry when there was no attachment to him? What an idiot I was. I should have done what they all said to do. All of them. Just have fun. Why are you so upset? Just have fun with him. I don't want to have fun with him. I didn't want to be there. And then when you're forced to be somewhere, when you're, you know, threatened to be somewhere, you just go, whoa, I didn't sign up for this. Now, he got a good at it. He kept telling me, your age, you repulse me. I would never go out with someone as old as you. And I would just look at him thinking, did he just say that? Yeah, he did. Repeat. Then he would show me photos of his wife. Look how hot she is. She's only 40. So why are you two not together? Why are you here? I told my wife, if I get her on the show, will she come to Sydney? They both lived in America. God knows what he did. He's done something where he lost his visa. And he's not allowed to go back there. I don't know what he did. I don't really care. I'm happy for him that he loves. I actually said on the first commitment ceremony, I wish somebody would love me the way you love your wife. I don't understand why you're here. Because he didn't want to get to know me at all. He was not interested at all. And because he just talked down to me whenever he did have to talk to me, excluding when the cameras are on. When the cameras are on, he was like, Morinchi, Moroncha, Morena. And okay, yes, Tony. Yes, Tony. He put this facade every time the cameras were on. He was good. But I did say to him, it's really unfair that you took the spot of somebody that could potentially have been looking for love. He actually apologised to me. None of that's on camera. Oh, no, it was on camera, but you didn't see that on air. He goes, I'm really sorry. He goes, I'm really shit. And I said, you know what, you really are. Now, to then get a bad edit, now it makes sense. So while we were filming, they would say to me, can you throw something at him? And I said, no, I'm not doing that. They would take me away and tell me, look, why don't you try argue back with him? I don't need you to tell me to argue back at him. I was angry at him. This is why you did not see our honeymoon. We're the only ones, I think, in MAFS history. You saw everyone else's honeymoon. Did Morena and Tony not have a honeymoon? Maybe not. Well, we did. But the reason why they didn't air it is because I wouldn't do what they wanted. And they kept saying, you are ruining filming. Oh, well, you've chosen the wrong person. So send me home. I'm happy to go home. But yeah, no. We've spent billions on choosing you. You're going to stay. I'm going to stay. Okay. Then give me some food. Food would come. He would eat it. I can't believe it got to me the way it did. But it did. I was cornered. I was bullied. I was victimised. She doesn't need food. Just make sure she's aggressive. Oh, I was aggressive, all right. So what you saw on TV was not fake. It was real. But what was fake is his responses. You didn't see what he said or what he did or why they made me that way. Then, of course, they chose to, let's just use this part where Morena's really angry and let's just repeat that part. And they repeated. And while we're playing that part, let's make sure we make the surroundings look dark and gloomy. Let's put wrinkles on her. Let's put some music which is going to go with that dingy, personality. You horrible people. To do that to someone who's 57, gone through 3 decades of abuse, verbal, financial. So people think, oh, she's like that because she's not really over her marriage. I've got to laugh because I am over my marriage. So over my marriage. I just can't believe how quick somebody can just become something else due to treatment of someone else. I allowed that. Well, I'm never going to allow that again. Never going to allow that again. No one has the right to do that to another person. They saw that I was different from my age group, which I am. I'll admit that. I thought, no, it should be good. Should be good to screw over. And that's exactly what they've done. But, they didn't succeed. I mean, they might have succeeded with the edit, but not in life. And that's what matters to me. My exit, because I threatened to call the police, because they're holding me against my will, They allowed me to make whatever entry I wanted. The world doesn't know that. The world thinks, oh, you know, here she comes being bossy boot. No, it was all prearranged. I said I want to walk in when he's on the couch. I'm not staying till 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to come in while he's on the couch and then I'm leaving. When I leave, I want my phone and I want my Uber because I'm going home. And that's exactly what happened. Went back to my room after my grand entry. Bags were packed the next day, out. And then that's when the rumours was, oh, she was kicked off. I wasn't kicked off. They don't kick people off. They want you on there. They want the drama. So yeah, doing that entry was amazing. Felt so good. So good. I asked God, I really did, to send me someone special. He didn't give me what I wanted. He's given me what I need. I've gotten so much from going on MAFS. No regrets. I think when you make a decision in life, whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision, I really believe it puts you on a path where you're supposed to be. If it wasn't for MAFS, I wouldn't be on this path with the van. I've never been bullied in my life. Now that I'm getting bullied, I didn't realise I was so interesting. So MAFS has actually made me realise I am an interesting person and I've got so much to give. And wow, I didn't realise I was as strong as I am. Thank you, MAFS. So that's going to help me through life now. MAFS has made me realise that I am independent. I don't need a man to complete me. I would like a man to be beside me. Whereas before I really felt I needed a man to complete me. I'm nothing without a man. I'm broken without a man. I don't think that anymore. That's all because of that shit show. So moral of my story is, who I was in my married life is who I became within seconds on that show. Just again because I was bullied, pressured. You know, they would say to me, stop talking. So I would. And then they would say, okay, talk now. And then when I did talk, that's the bit that they played. They couldn't make their mind. They actually didn't know what to do with me. And the best they could do was show me on a TV show where I point my finger, well, that's what Europeans do, and that I talk too much. Wow. So now you want to crucify me because I stood up for myself? I will do it all over again in a heartbeat. I will always have a voice and I will not be told to stop talking. Ever. By anyone. No one's got that right. And because I had that all my life, that was like there's a trigger that happened while on the show. I was just this old lady, insignificant. So being married with somebody who doesn't believe in you, somebody who holds you back, somebody that puts you down, yeah, you're going to be depressed. Yeah, you're going to feel like, what the hell am I doing on earth? When they make you feel like you are actually worthless, you're a nobody, you're non-existent, you're good for nothing, you're stupid. And when you get that over and over and over and over again, you believe it. You actually wake up and you look in the mirror and you go, yep, I'm a nobody. Well, I don't think that now. I look in the mirror and I think, you're remarkable. You're remarkable that you had parents that used to put you down. You had a husband that put you down. Out of 20,000 people, I got chosen to go on a show. They put me down. Hell no, they don't get to put me down. With everything I've gone through with, Married at First Sight, and realising what it's like to be bullied. What the hell? And I'm going to be educating the youth in regards to bullying and reality TV. See, Married at First Sight could have held me back, but it hasn't. I danced for the last time because of you. And she goes, when I'm 21, you were going to DJ for me. It's going to be magical when I get my van.